everyone, I hope everybody's doing well. Today in this tutorial I'll be showing my very last Halloween look of the year 2018, and that will be a request from my lovely sister, and it is a Coraline Halloween Makeup tutorial. So let's get into it. So first off, I am just sticky taping the button onto my eye with a cotton pad and just basically mapping it out. I then go ahead and prime my face, get it all prepped up, and then super glue the button onto the cotton pad, the makeup remover pad. And I go ahead and use the Mehron liquid latex to sort of stick that onto my face. So while that's drying up, I decide to go ahead and start casting out the fake skin with the liquid latex, and then once it's like sort of moist on my face, I go ahead and add fluffs from a cotton ball and then go ahead over that with another layer of a liquid latex and wait for it to completely dry. After that's dry, I just pat that down and set it down with my Australis Fresh and Flawless Press Powder foundation, and then I go ahead over the top of it and use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation and just bounce that on and off my face with a beauty blender and sort of create a skin effect on the liquid latex. And then later on I go ahead with this cream blush from Napoleon. It's called the Nikki's Rose Cream Blush, just to sort of flesh it up a little bit. And then using this Tayo gel eyeliner from Napoleon Purtis, I go ahead and I pop that on a flat top brush or a concealer brush and pop it onto various places on the liquid latex, or the fake skin that we call it, and just buff that in with a stippling brush, the same brush that we used for the cream blush. And then again setting that in my face with my setting powder. Then I use my Hoola bronzer and start carving out my cheeks. I go very heavily on my bronzer and my blush, and I carve out the whole of my face as I usually would, but also incorporate the bit of the Hoola bronzer onto the flesh as well, just so it gives it more of a contour and more of a raw look, like a sore bruise sort of. And then go ahead and heavily contour my nose. Then using my Dolly Mix blush from MAC Cosmetics and go heavily onto my cheeks with that and onto the other side, and I decide to sort of like take this around the flesh again to make it look raw and red. And then concealing my inner eye corner just so that the contour of my nose going up into my brow looks very defined. And then using my Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner, and I'm just going to be camouflaging out the dots in the button. Then using the Lush Lagoon eyeliner pencil from Napoleon Purtis, I go ahead and I use this on my brows because obviously we got blue hair, so we gotta have blue brows. And then I go ahead heavily use this on my eyebrows to sort of cover the color or the shade or the tone of or pigment of my own eyebrows. And I go ahead and cartoonify this by creating a little tip at the very beginning and then the end so sleek and sharp. Then go ahead and conceal my brows. And then using my gel eyeliner, my white gel eyeliner from Napoleon Purtis, I go ahead and I create a bigger eye. So when you use white in makeup, it makes it look either bigger or brighter. And then using this shade from the Morphe 350 palette, and I go ahead and contour the effect that I've created on my eye. Go ahead back and forth using a smudging brush or a detailing brush and create that contour. Then using the same shade and using a blending or buffing brush, I go ahead and I create a eyeshadow, and just going between my MAC blending brush and my Napoleon Purtis BR15 and using those two shades, like the red shade and the brown shade, and just alternating, creating like a contour for the eye look. And then using this white shade from the 350 palette, again we're highlighting the high tops of our brows and then creating like a sort of half cut crease just so that the lid of my eyes can look a lot more bigger. Then using these lashes from House of Jamelia, this is in the style Diamond, I think. think, I'm not too sure, I'll leave it in the description bar below. And then on the bottom half, I just use any old lashes that I bought from eBay. Then using the brow tint from Models Prefer and creating fake freckles on our cheeks. Then going ahead with the MAC lip liner in Oak and just defining my lips. And then using these two lip liners from the Essence lip lining series, and I just create a smile line or a cut smile line and go ahead over this with the Coraline Rigid Colliden. I do 2 coats or 3 coats actually of this and wait for them to dry between each coat so it looks really deeply cut but scarred, not so bloody. And using this shade here from the 350 palette and again contouring my fake area on my eye. The more red and raw, the more better. Then using this pigment eye dust Starlight from Napoleon Purtis, and I create a highlight on the tip of my nose. And then using the Girl Boss Lippy and just going ahead over my lips. Using the BYS Thick Coated Blood, and I go ahead and I use this on a Q-tip all over the edges or the circle of the circumference of that button, and then go ahead and stipple that with a special effects brush that I got in a kit so it looks like jagged, you know, like it doesn't look so perfect, it looks silly. And then using a lip lining brush with a thick coated blood and going over that cut on my lips. Oh, I can see that blood drip down, it looks really good. Alrighty, that's it there for the complete Coraline Halloween makeup tutorial. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a like, don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading every 2 to 3 days and I'll be uploading a lot more vlogs, so I'm so excited to get back into routine. Once again, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!